Hello everyone, I am Fudge3004. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always enjoy having you here. Sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Let's get into some gaming. So I had started to get some of the sulfur going way over there. As you can see, we have sulfur on our map up there at the very top. And I was looking at some things, and we can do some things in here. We can package, a lot of stuff in here. We need plastic and all that, so I don't think I ever made the packager. If I did, I don't remember it. And in any case, we can package a whole bunch of different stuff. And we've also opened stuff up since the packager was done, so there is all kinds of things that we can do here. One of the things that I did find out, we have the blender. We're probably going to use it for more stuff, but the blender isn't going to help us out in the immediate term, so I'm not going to get this guy hooked up for a little bit or move him to wherever we need him for right now. Mainly because as all we're doing is select recipe is batteries, and that's the only thing that we're doing with it right now. It will come soon and I will be using it soon. Just right now I am not going to, because we just don't need it for the time being. Soon enough we will, as I said. So there is that. But in any case, I just wanted to let you know that I do have sulfur ready. We need to make black powder and all of that, but I'm going to worry about that a little bit later, and get that set up and all that stuff after a little while. Probably not on camera, but I'll do that and then I'll show you the result. I have been doing some research in here, and I got the nutrients done. So we have done all of these, and then we had this to do right here. So this one, whatever, so that's the berries, the bacon, and the nuts. And then down here we had this one, whatever this one was, I don't remember. I have to go look at my video that I was recording and see and tell you what that one was, and we'll figure that one out soon. And then in here we get the rewards of a medicinal inhaler. So that is good, because that's what this one right here opened up. And so this one is now completed too. We have this, and that is awesome. So now we can make medicinal inhalers. As far as I know, I don't know, it looks like they can be made in the equipment workshop, or looks like the equipment workshop. That's about it. So vitamin, therapeutic, protein, and nutritional. So we do have all kinds of inhalers we can use, and we'll get 3 a minute. And something else that I also learned is if we go to the mycelia and then we go here, there's a medicinal one, and we have nobelisks and all that stuff. Here is the gas mask and the gas filters. And here is another thing, we can make polyester, synthetic polyester fabric. We can make this in the refinery. So we're going to need this, and we're not going to do the top one where it says fabric. We're going to do the alternate polyester fabric. We can do that in the refinery with some water and some of that the plastic that we have down here. We have a whole bunch of that way over there, and then we can use that to make gas masks by the hundreds. We're probably going to do that because we will be needing them in about 45 seconds each, if I remember correctly, for going into bad areas, and especially radioactive areas, once we get some other stuff opened. Let's go open some other stuff as well. So we're going to need this right here. Let's go ahead and we're going to get this stuff in. We're going to get the logistics, and I'm going to open up this here to the hazmat suit. I don't know how many of those we have. We should have a few, but I'm not too sure. I don't recall. We have 39, so we're definitely going to have to be making a lot more of those. And we do have coal that we can get from somewhere, and then we can begin making those. Getting the fabric over here is going to be one of the biggest problems once we get that going, because that's a mighty long ways to go from all the way over there where we have all the oil stuff set up. That's going to be a big problem, but I'll see what I can do and see if I can get that going, and hopefully I'll be able to, and then we'll work on that and get that done and get some other things open up as well. Got part 1 done now, so we have all the plastic coming from here, and then it's going into this container, which I am going to keep just because we do need it. And then it is going over here, and it is going over to a lift that is going up into a train station. So part 1 is done. Now, what I need to do is see if I can get a train to start working, to start taking this stuff over. That would be for the best. So now I'm just going to have to click on this and then get a couple of trains going. It's going to have to be a double-sided train just because I have to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is do that. And then I will put on a freight car. And then I'm going to have to put on another locomotive over here. Now, this one is going to have to be facing the opposite way, just like we did before. Okay, cool. So now that works, and I think this should be okay, because it won't go all the way up because it's going to load up stuff into the train. So let's go ahead and go over to here. Let me get into here. So for trains, as we talked about before, I'm learning this more, so that's good. Let's go to open train menu, and we're going to go to edit timeline. Okay, so we're gonna go to Krasnoyarsk, and that's gonna be the one we're gonna go to first, and then we're gonna come back to Amsterdam. Okay, save changes. And then we can turn on self-driving, and it's going to go to that station and then back. Cool. So this should work, I hope. And then you can see that it will pick up stuff in a little bit. So there's stuff right back here that's kind of bad. There's also a cracked rock we're going to have to probably get in. Putting the pillars underneath there was a pain in the rear end, but I did get it done, so that's good. And then up over here, it is going to come to this station. Then once it gets to here, it is going to unload. So that's good. It's docking. Okay. That will be done. There is nothing to undock, of course, so there is that. Okay, and then once it's done, it's going to head back. So that's the nice thing about this. It takes a few seconds, but it should work, and I had to put foundations over part of it because this just was not working out very well, so there is that. I would like to go see about that cracked rock there, and at least go get that done. So that is awesome. This is going to work out really, really good, or so I hope. Okay, cool. Okay, now there should be stuff in there. Now we don't need to be on there anymore because it's going to go ahead and do whatever it needs to do to get the job done. It's going to take that plastic that is in there, and it's going to load it on there, then it'll take the plastic all the way up over there. I guess I could probably actually write it back because I'm going to have to. So I got to get stuff done over on the other side now. Okay, so now I have the plastic coming up. I'm about ready to hook it up, and then we will be able to have cloth being made, and that is awesome. Cool. So now we're having fabric. Yay! Or fabric, I guess. So that is really, really, really good. I like that part a lot, and that is pretty doggone awesome, I do gotta say. So all the plastic will be loaded in. Now we have some really good fabric, and that is awesome. It is polyester fabric, but it still calls it fabric, so that's what really matters to me. And then we can begin somehow getting the fabric over to where we need it, which is going to be quite a ways over here. So we got to get that done. This is going to be the fun part because now I have to build a whole bunch of these and try to get it over that. So let me work on that and get that over to the manufacturer. I'm ready to begin hooking all this up, and we still need to get electricity to it, but it shouldn't be too bad to do. Okay, let's do that, and let's get that guy hooked up into there. Okay, now that part is done. Sweet. Now we can begin making gas filters. And that's going to be the best. So I'm just going to do that. And now we have that ready to go. What I have to do, of course, is get another one of these. Put them over there because I'm probably going to need more stuff anyway. So I'm going to do that. And... oh, shoot, that one's full. Okay, well, I guess there is that. That one... there we go, we can do that. Okay, then we can begin getting a whole bunch of gas filters, and that should help. Come on. There you go. Come all the way over. Okay, there we go. I got it. Now, we don't have iron plates because I don't have all the rest of this stuff done yet. So that's why I gotta have another one of these. Just gonna put a power pole down here. I'm thinking if I can get that somewhere up in here. I don't know if I can or not, but I'll try. If not, then I'll just stick it right there. Get the power lines, and we will get this guy underway. And that should begin making a whole bunch of this. And then this will be the last one. That is going to go all the way up over here. And now we should begin having some stuff happen. Okay. Guy's gonna begin making all of the iron. Let me go ahead and get a Mark II line. I think that would be for the best. Then these guys, what did I not hook up? Oh shoot, I forgot. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to have, is there one there? Totally forgot. No connections there, but there should be some connections somewhere. There we go, that'll work. Keep on forgetting to hook stuff up. There we go. Okay, now things should be working right. And that'll start producing plates. Those plates will come in here, and then we'll be able to make a whole bunch of gas filters. There we go. Yay! Let me go ahead and do a Mark II. Get that done. That way those can come up there a lot faster, and that should work out good. Okay. Sweet. Then we have to figure out how we are going to get those guys out of here, because it's going to take a little bit to, you know, get a whole bunch of those, but we'll worry about that after a bit. Now, I'm going to wait for that to get up to 50, and I believe it's 50. We'll go find out. Once that is, then I want to go see if we can open up the hazmat suit. I think that would be good. That would help out. That was actually a lot of work in that train stuff done. Holy moly. So, we can do this. This is not that big of a deal. I'm just going to go and select that milestone. And then we'll begin putting this stuff in, and we should be good to go. And of course, I'm going to have a whopping lot of those, and I'm going to have some of those casings, which I know I do have. I just have to get them out of here. Then we can load up those guys. It's going to be the other stuff that's going to be the biggest problem, but we can get this done. I'm going to go ahead and check this. Yay, 50 gas filters. Nice. So now we have those, and that's awesome. That will help. Now we can really get some stuff going here. I still have to get the reinforced iron plates. That's still not coming very quickly. But we will be getting those here very, very soon. So, you know, we'll have those. Okay, I'm getting them. It's just a little bit slow right now. So I just need to continue working on those. And because I only have 2 places doing them, I'm probably going to have to set up more at some time in the very near future to be able to do that. And I guess that's something I just have to learn to deal with. Okay. I'm going to go and take those. I'm going to see what all we need to finish this off, at least for this part. And then hopefully we will be done. So this is getting not exactly very close right now, but it is coming. And we will also go ahead and see about this right here. So we're going to need all of this stuff, and there should be enough quick wire, mainly because I did go over to where that stuff is, you know, that we make the quick wire with. And we do have a lot of quick wire, so that's good. So we have a lot of, well, I guess it's already all used up. The deuterium, I was trying to say cadmium, but I didn't. I knew that was not right. So we have the deuterium, and that made a whole bunch of that. So we're gonna have enough of that. I will grab some more after a bit and bring some more over. I just need to finish this out so we can get this done. I believe I finally have everything that we need to be able to put that in. There we go. Sweet. All right. Logistics Mark 5. That's going to be fast
Milestone
belt.
reached. Fixit dedicated this milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark 5. They may be implying that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure. It's a good thing I'm here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she does help out a lot, so there is that. Okay. We cannot do another one till that thing gets back, so, but what we can do is actually go ahead and do this and select this milestone. Okay, and then is all we need to do is put in 50 of those. We can't put that in yet. Okay, because it hasn't got back, so once we do, we'll have that. So we're going to need 100 aluminum casings and 500 quick wire. Well, the good thing is we already have a lot of that stuff. We do have enough room, and we have everything that we pretty much need right now, and that's good. So let's grab 500 quick wire. We do have that. I'll probably grab some more deuterium. I was going to say cadmium again. And we need 100 of these. So I'm going to split that. I'm going to take 100 of that. Okay, we have those. Now that's going to help out quite a bit. We do have a little bit of room, like 6 spaces, so I could go ahead and grab some of the deuterium. Just take out the tractor, wherever I left the tractor at. I know it's around here somewhere. I just don't know where I left the doggone little dude at. So I'm going to go find him and go get some more deuterium. Got the deuterium loaded, and our guy came back. So now we can go ahead and we can start loading stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And that, and that. Sweet, now we have the hazmat suit. Sweet.
Milestone reached. The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation by consuming iodine-infused filters. You may find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity. I previously gave you compliments in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on. Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
Okay. She kind of burned us there. That was awesome. Now, as far as that goes, we have the iodine infused ones open. As far as I know, let's go over here. Let's go check. I had to move a few things around. But we should have those. There's the hazmat suit. That's actually pretty doggone easy. Okay, we can do that really easy. Now, iodine infused filter. There we go. We need quick wire. We can do that. We can make a whole bunch of those. Now, that's what we need the quick wire for, and we're going to have a whole bunch of these too now. And what that means is we're definitely going to have to be seeing if we can somehow get this operation here to go over there and get some of the excuse me, Caterium over to where the aluminum is, so that we can begin making quite a few of those. Now I can always bring some over, but we're going to need a lot of them. And let's go see where we can make that at. What else? Where else we can make that at? We can make that in the manufacturer. I kind of wondered, so because it is 3 items, that's not too bad to do. We can move this whole operation of Caterium pretty easily, I would think, and then we don't have to worry about that. Let me just go ahead. Let me shut this off. Okay, we'll have that done, and then we'll shut off the other one. That way we can begin moving stuff, and then we don't have to worry about it at all. And then we can really begin going. It's going to take a little bit for that to get done. We might as well let those guys unload, and once they do, then we will have to move all of this, which is not too hard to do, over closer to where the aluminum is. But I guess that since we already have this guy partially ready, let's go and see about making some, huh? Kind of wasn't thinking about it. I was, but I wasn't, so... Okay, we do have some of the all-clad stuff, and we do have plenty of the filters, so let's just go ahead and see. Now, that chest is right here. We're going to go and take out 150 of those, and we're going to go and put those into here. So we can make a whole bunch of those, but we could do that in the manufacturer a lot easier, and then we'll be having a lot more of those. Now, we have this area over here where we already have a manufacturer set up. And again, moving that stuff is not going to be that big of a deal. We can do that really easy because we got to get the aluminum to over here anyway, and that is not too terribly far away. We're definitely going to have to work on that. Let me get rid of this stuff here because we really don't need it right now. I'm not going to do anything with these. I've been waiting to try to figure out what we're going to do over here, and now that I know... I'm going to wait for that over there, and then we'll just go ahead and see about putting in another manufacturer if we can, and then we can get this stuff going. And then we'll have the iodine infused filter. So I need some more of the cables, and then we can build that. Alright, got the manufacturer set up. Now we can make the iodine infused filters. I just need to get a bunch of those put in, and we can also have a bunch of those from here come over to here, so I can actually move that. I just didn't know exactly where to put it, so I guess I can move that a lot closer, and that's going to help out a lot. Now that I know that we can, you know, put it in a much closer place, and then we can get that stuff going, and that's going to help out. And we're going to need these ones here anyway, so I may have to think about something to get these going, but we should still have plenty if you know, we need them. And then I can take that to there, and we can do that. Okay, now that's going to do the regular filters. And then, of course, we're going to have more power. So I'm going to have to definitely think about another line or something. Let me just go see if I can get one of those guys set up out here. And then we can have that one ready to go. And that would be really, really good. I forgot that there was something that I also opened up. And that is this, the Power Pole Mark II. So this has 7 connections. We might as well just go ahead and do that. That way we can have this done, and then we can have a lot more connections. That's going to help out quite a lot. And then we'll be able to put even more stuff in if we wanted to. Okay, so from there we can go ahead and hook up to this line over here. And they'll be able to have a lot more connections. That is awesome. That's going to help out quite a bit. This is going to help out get things going too, and then we can have a whole bunch more stuff happening. Let me go get some of these. Let me go ahead and get this guy started though. Okay, we have the quick wire. Alright, so I can go ahead and put in the quick wire, and I can go ahead and put in those, and then we'll have some iodine infused filters. This guy's going to continue making stuff. I'm not really too worried about that. We'll just make sure we have a bunch of extra on ourselves. And now that we have this whole set done, we are actually making the filters, the gas filters, and the iodine gas filters. We just need to go and see about making the hazmat suit. So let's go ahead and see about doing that. Let's open this up and let's see if we can get that guy done. That would be awesome. Okay, we need some rubber and some all clads and a bit more fabric. All right, we can make 30 suits. Well, not 30 suits. I guess it takes 30 hits to do that. Holy moly, that's a lot. Okay, this is definitely going to take a little bit. I mean, like seconds, but still, that's quite a bit. All right. Ooh, we got it. We got it. Now, we have the hazmat suit. Awesome. Now we have the hazmat suit. Now we have the hazmat suit. Now we can go into radiation areas. Alright, all of this is done now through 7. Tier 7 is completely done. Now we're on to Tier 8. And we can get drones going really easy. We just have to figure out how to make radio control units. That's something that I am not too sure. Looks like we have to make oscillators. Well, I do know where the oscillators are open up at. Let's go to here, and I do believe under the quartz, the oscillators are actually open up right there. So we have that. Now we can make the oscillators. Let's go ahead and see. The oscillators are in the manufacturer again. So we're going to have a whole bunch of quartz, which means we're going to have to get some quartz over here now too. Just the quartz. And then we can make a whole bunch of that, even if we have those quartz things, you know, the whatever those are. And then we can get that going, and we can probably get that figured out. We just have to see how in the heck we're going to do this. So we now have the hazmat suit. That's great. That means that we can now go into other areas and begin getting some hazmat, you know, some of the uranium and stuff. And that's going to be really good. That's going to help out quite a lot. That's going to be amazing. And then we'll be able to really get some stuff going. But that's going to be a bit in the future because there's a lot of stuff to do and get ready for all of that. I have to get the quartz over here, and that's going to mean getting, you know, stuff on trains or something like that to get the quartz over here, because that's going to be the hard part right now. And we have to figure out a way to do that and get that into a manufacturer and definitely see what we can do. And we're kind of running out of train room. We can always, you know, get a train to get stuff over here. And since this is our main base, I'm sure we can get stuff figured out. It's just we're going to be running out of room here pretty soon if we're not careful. So there is that. I may have to see about reworking a little bit of stuff to have, you know, these guys go a different direction, like out this way. And then we can have the truck stations out this way too, and then we can really begin building in this area, which will mean, of course, completely redoing the tractor, which is not that big of a deal. That can be done. But in any case, I think we're doing pretty good. It would appear that we're doing really good. We have a whole lot of stuff in there, and we keep on having rubber and everything happening. Now we just need to figure out how we are going to keep a lot of this other stuff going, and we have a whole whopping lot of fabric in here, and that is great. That helps out a lot. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video. We now have a hazmat suit. We have fabric. It's the other fabric, but we're using a lot of the blue stuff, you know, the polymer. Ooh, we took a little damage. Bit of the polymer, so that way we have that, and I do believe that the polymer is actually doing really good in here. So there is that. It looks like it is. That's actually filling up good, and that's one of my favorite parts. This has been a lot of fun, and hopefully we can continue doing a lot more stuff here and get more things figured out, and then we can really begin moving on. Maybe we'll even see about revamping some areas and stuff at some point in time in the future and get some stuff happening so we can you know, have a little bit better layout than what we have here, because there's a lot of wasted space in the middle of everything. So if we can tighten things up a little bit, get some things going, I think that would be good. And we can tighten up this here really good too. I'm just trying to use up all of these in here too, and that's going to take quite a while. In any case, we have some good things happening, and we can start making drones here really, really soon. And apparently that really helps out a lot from what I have seen. So you have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.